Most startup founders think hiring employee number 25 is a growth milestone, but in reality, it's usually the moment your IT starts breaking. The systems that worked fine when you just had 5 people suddenly don't anymore. User accounts start piling up, permissions become inconsistent, you have new laptops that are taking longer to configure than they used to, and somewhere along the way, nobody actually remembers who has access to what. So today, I'm going to show you why your first 25 employees are a turning point in your company's IT, and more importantly, what you should build before those small problems turn into expensive ones. Hi everyone, I'm Lamir Carter with Carter Systems IT, and we help B2B SaaS companies build secure, scalable IT operations so that the founder can spend less time managing the technology and more time growing their business. And if you're a startup or you have employees between the range of 5 and 50, then this video is for you. When you're a team of 5, everything feels manageable. Everyone knows everyone. You know who has access to what application. And that's mostly because there's just not a whole lot of applications yet. And if someone needs software, you give them access on the spot. When someone leaves the company, you remove their account yourself. There aren't many moving pieces, so nothing really has to be written down. Now, the problem is those same habits don't scale. Somewhere around the 15 to 25 employee mark, your company starts changing shape. Different departments start requesting different software, and without ever fully realizing it, you're managing dozens of SaaS applications, devices, and user accounts, and no system tracking any of it. And here's what that actually looks like in practice. Now, imagine you're hiring 3 new sales reps, all starting on the same Monday. One of them can't log into their Salesforce, another can't get access to a shared drive where all of your sales documentation lives, and the third isn't even on the right Slack channel. So half of the team doesn't even know they've started. By Wednesday, instead of helping these 3 people ramp up and start selling, you've spent half of your week just fixing access problems that should have never existed in the first place. And that's usually the moment founders realize something important. The problem was never hiring more people. It's that their IT never actually scaled along with their company. Here are 6 signs that you've reached that point. Sign number 1, new employee onboarding takes hours, sometimes days instead of minutes. Sign number 2, nobody in the company could actually list every SaaS application you're currently paying for. Sign number 3, multiple people have super admin access, not because they need it, but because at some point it was just easier to grant it than to figure out the right permission level. Sign number 4, former employees still own company files, or worse, still technically have access months after they've left. Sign number 5, important company information is scattered across personal Google Drives instead of living in shared drives where the company actually owns it. And sign number 6, maybe the most telling one, you, the founder, are still the person solving IT problems every single week. Now, if more than a couple of these sound familiar, then your startup has probably outgrown manual founder-led IT. And that's a normal milestone, not a failure on your part. But here's the surprising part. None of these problems require expensive new software to fix. Most startups already have the tools that they need. What they're actually missing isn't technology, it's a system to use technology consistently. Instead of solving every IT problem individually, one fire at a time, build systems. Think about it in pillars. First pillar being employee lifecycle. Every employee should go through the exact same onboarding process every time, regardless of who is doing the hiring that week. And pillar 2 is identity and Google Workspace. Now, access shouldn't be granted person by person based on whoever asked for it. It should be based on the job roles instead. So you'd use Google Workspace or organizational units. Pillar 3 is security and device management. Now, some things simply become a non-negotiable as you grow past this point. That is multi-factor authentication, a real password manager, device management, automatic updates, some level of SaaS governance so you actually know what you're paying for. If you're approaching your first 25 employees or you've already passed that point, I built something to help exactly with this. It's called the Startup IT Readiness Assessment. It's a free 100-point assessment that walks through your onboarding, offboarding, Google Workspace setup, security, device management, SaaS governance, and documentation all in one place. You'll get a real score for where your startup stands today, and you'll be able to spot your biggest gaps before they turn into expensive problems. Now, if you scored under 75, go ahead and book your free 15-minute Startup IT assessment with us, and we'll walk you through your results together, identifying the highest priority fixes and helping to build your IT that actually scales alongside your business instead of constantly catching up to it. You'll find the assessment linked in the description below. With that said, if you found value in this video, please like it. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. With that said, I hope you all have a great rest of the day. Take care.